want to eliminate what they call the deep state. The deep state is a cadre of professionals dedicated to honoring the Constitution, the laws of this country, and carrying out the policies of the Congress and the President. The deep state dedicated to carrying out the policies of the President. The deep state dedicated to carrying out the policies of the President.
Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. And it is an absolute madness of a Monday, folks. Absolutely all madness all the time. The deep state, the Bidens, the Obamas, the Pelosi's, the Clintons, they're in deep shit now, and everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Ms. Bondi, former Attorney General for Florida, now Trump's Attorney General pick, says she's going after and will get the Jeffrey Epstein, P. Diddy files, cases, lists out and about. They're in trouble, folks. And then this popped up, right? We got some questions to ask. Allegedly, 9 out of the 12 NYPD officers, what they allegedly did is they went through the Anthony Weiner laptop. 9 out of 12 committed suicide. All 9 of them died by a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. Sounds more like they were Arkansas-sided. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock to you, Hillary, Obama's, Pelosi's, and everybody else. It almost blew up, folks, back during Trump's first term. It almost blew up. What I'm talking about is Pizzagate, if you want to call it Comet Ping Pong, Jeffrey Epstein, the lists back then. That's when they took an active role in coming after us. Me and you, us. Us. They don't like us. Now get this, folks. The CEO of Axios, should be Axholios. He is an extreme liberal, and he's losing his mind because Elon Musk made a provocative media claim. You want to hear what this jackass had to say? You're going to love this. Axios' CEO, Jim Vendihai, said, quote, "My message to Elon Musk is bullshit. You are not the media. You having a blue check mark, a Twitter handle, and 300 words of cleverness doesn't make you a reporter. You don't do that by having an opinion. You do it by doing the hard work." Folks, it's incredible. The left is losing it. Elon Musk said, "You and me, we're the media now." So this guy continues, "Social media people lying every day, every hour, every minute about the news, blah, blah, blah." Right? He's trying to suck up to the mainstream media, give them some love, give them some credibility, put us down. MSNBC's Morning Joe, that media scum, kissed the Axios boss's ass, applauded his sentiment. Yeah, those social media people are jerks. Well, Musk blew off Vandy High with a pimp backhand. Bam! Feel my pimp hand. This is what he said. "Yeah, whatever," laughing my ass off. And then he turned to us. This is Musk. He says, "You are the media now." He's meaning us on social media. You are the media now, and the legacy media knows it. Now, from my chair, when I hear that they're supposed to be the media, from my chair, is Joy and Whoopi real media? Is Geraldo real media? How about Brian Williams lying about being shot at in Iraq? Is he trustworthy? CNN is trustworthy? Mainstream media are massive liars. They're propagandists, and they're political enablers with their ass-kissing and fabrications against us, the people, and against President Trump. Folks, we are the media. We try and get it right, and we try and understand how and why and then share it with others. That's all media is supposed to be, is taking news, trying to understand it, and helping others. Mainstream media has an agenda, and they lie every day, every hour, all week long for years. They lie, and everyone, folks, knows it. They lie to everyone and even lie to themselves, trying to make a lie the truth by repeating it again and again and again and again. The mainstream media, folks, are losing commercial success. They're losing advertising revenue. They're losing money. They're going out of business. Newspapers, news networks are failing. Get this, folks. The stinking Hallmark Channel. Hallmark Channel literally has better ratings than CNN and MSNBC. Literally, Hallmark is beating CNN and MSNBC with their feel-good liberal women crying into their cups of wine that they start drinking at 9 a.m. They're beating CNN. Now, social media, news, and opinion, folks, we were growing in power and wealth too. We were all becoming, I don't want to use the word rich, but it was gaining all of this advertising revenue. Now there was 10,000 of us, right, out there, but we were all, it was growing. Interest was growing. Crowds were growing. People were coming. Advertisers were piling money into it until YouTube cut all the advertising revenue out. They canceled channels. They wanted to make sure nobody watched and listened to us, whether it was Comet Ping Pong or anything. Sandy Hook, 9/11, right? They cut the advertising revenue. They canceled channels for telling our version of the facts. You know, and facts like COVID, Jim Jones juice, ivermectin, the stolen election of 2020, Hunter's laptop, Paul Pelosi's hammer in the ass, 9/11, Biden's dementia, Jeffrey Epstein, and P. Diddy being tied to child sex trafficking, and politicians and entertainment. Should I go on? What have we talked about? That's conspiracy theories. What have we found out? We're 100% right. The media, the mainstream media, newsprint, satellite, broadcast, it's bullshit. All they did was fucking lie. And then lie and lie. All morning, all afternoon, all night, every day, all week. That's all they did was lie and try covering for these fuckers. We, folks, me and you, the real Americans, we are a threat to the deep state and their Nazi communist media propagandists. We're the threat to them. They tried canceling us. They're canceling themselves. They can scream and cry, piss and moan, but they can't beat us. They can't. And then Musk bought Twitter. He bought Twitter and he cut a huge amount of bullshit off of it, right? All those stupid idiot staff. He threatened to sue the advertisers out there who wanted to try and destroy him and Twitter through their corporate interference. That's illegal. And now Musk can buy MSNBC, folks, probably for the price of an expensive suit. And guess what? If he does that, guess who he can have on his MXNBC channel? He can have Alex Jones. He can have Joe Rogan. He can have Tucker Carlson. He can have Megyn Kelly. He can have Charlie Kirk. And maybe even have me. We could all be hosts on his channel, and millions and millions would tune into it daily. It would be a money maker to bring our version of the news, our opinions, into a broader marketplace. Someone give Elon a call and let him know I'm interested. I'm willing to give him a 30-minute segment for a cool $1 million a month, and maybe I'll even do it for $100,000 a month. Can you imagine that? Can you fucking imagine the fear the left has right now? The fear is palpable. It is crazy. And it's real. Now get this. Today, World Wrestling legend Hulk Hogan, he has revealed that Trump may have a role for him in his administration, folks. And the Hulkster be like, I'm telling you, brother, let me at him. Right? Politics, they would lose their mind in Washington, D.C. politics, mainstream media. They'd lose their mind if a conservative celebrity like the Hulkster, I'm telling you, brother, you better back off. Right? If he got in their faces. And it's just like Elon Musk. It's driving them bonkers. They're losing their shit. They're going bonkers. I'm enjoying every fucking second of it. Every second of it, folks. Are you prepared for more madness? It is coming. Now, by the way, I'm going to do my monologue. You guys get your questions down below. We'll do my monologue followed by your Q&A. It can be a comment. It can be a question. It can be a statement. It can be some news you read. It can be a prediction or a look back at history. It's up to you. If you are on thepreparedmind.club, if you're on subscribestar.com, you guys are premium members. You're guerrilla funding the fight. You're guerrilla funding the fight. Uppercut. You're funding the fight against evil in DC, evil in Hollywood, evil in the media, evil everywhere by making your voice, your opinion known. Now, you want to let Washington know what you think today? Get this. The news is saying it's the Biden regime. Well, who's in charge of the Biden regime? Shouldn't that be Joe Biden? Well, Joe Biden's White House is now in discussions to determine whether or not they want to give Ukraine nuclear weapons. You heard me correctly. You heard me correctly. Biden is considering giving Ukraine nuclear weapons. Folks, this is beyond irresponsible. This is beyond dangerous. This is beyond being a threat to our national security, a threat to our world reputation, a threat to our way of life as Americans, the threat to our very lives. He wants to give nuclear weapons to Ukraine. Folks, Ukraine was determined and voted as the single most corrupt and dangerous nation on the planet. Well, corrupt, but you give them nuclear weapons, you're going to have the single most dangerous asshole on the planet, Zelensky, with nuclear weapons. This makes Kim Jong-un, North Korea's dictator. It makes him seem tame. He doesn't have nukes. He's got missiles that go off like balloons into the ocean. That's Rocket Man there. But they want to give nuclear weapons to Ukraine. Zelensky has canceled elections. Canceled them. It's no longer a republic, if it ever was. It's no longer a democracy. There's no voting for who runs that country. If you oppose him, if you're a member of his government and you oppose him, you get locked up or assassinated. If you're a member of the media, you're not allowed to criticize or ask hard questions, or you will be locked up and assassinated. If you're a member of the clergy, if you belong to a church, you cannot say anything about Zelensky, or he will lock you up or assassinate you. And all those people that he locks up, he takes their money from them. You think the people of Ukraine dare say a word to this tiny little turd of a homosexual puppet? No, but we want to give him a nuke to fire at the world's most powerful superpower with nuclear weapons. Unfucking believable. I can't think of anything more dangerous than that. We've never been closer to nuclear war, folks. Never. If they give Ukraine a nuke, can Russia shoot it down? That's a question. Can Russia shoot it down? Well, allegedly, No, that's not the right word. It was reported today that Zelensky shot another 8 U.S. long-range missiles into Russia at an air base. Now, 2 things. Number 1, 7 out of 8 of those missiles were shot down by Russia. The one that hit the air base hit and destroyed absolutely nothing. Because Russia, knowing they have those missiles now, have moved all of those planes to another base. That's how stupid Ukraine is. That's how stupid Biden is. And by the way, the French have given some missiles, long-range missiles, again, to Ukraine. I think theirs is called a Scalper. Isn't that racist? Don't they care about American, Native Americans? Right? Don't they give a shit? Come up with a name like that? I mean, isn't that racist? Anyways, these fucking people are crazy. Does Putin think the United States is going to, or does, Emmanuel Macron, does he think we're going to come to rescue his sorry ass again? Or England, are we going to rescue their asses? It's the governments, though. It's not the people. It's the governments. It really is. Zelensky is the single most corrupt and dangerous asshole on the planet, bar none, unless you discount the United States homosexual Pentagon and White House. Are you prepared? Seriously, right? Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense. Has there ever been a better time to be a prepper than now? When our country, our government, our lame duck, dementia, addle-minded retard of a president, Joe Biden, who has less than 2 months left in office, when he starts giving nukes out like fucking candy at Halloween, how dangerous is that? How fucking stupid is that? Why is he still in office? Why hasn't he been 25th Amendmented? Why hasn't he been impeached for this? It's not irresponsible. It's worse. It's not reckless. It's worse. It is beyond intelligent comprehension to understand how this is a good idea, other than their time is coming to an end. The deep state in DC is coming to an end. The power and control of the World Economic Forum, which is the Illuminati, is being challenged, not just by the United States and Trump and us, but also by countries in Eastern Europe, by countries in Western Europe. They're trying to say that is enough of this shit coming out of the Bilderberg World Economic Forum, Davos, Illuminati group. We're done with you guys. We're done with you trying to kill our cows, destroy our food, feed us poison, give us bugs, take our property, steal our money, everything they're doing. And now they want to give nukes to a fucking madman, a short, Napoleon-like megalomaniac cocksucker. And that is all a very accurate and realistic description of what that guy is. I would love to be allowed into a boxing ring and take him on with a little bit of fun sparring. And I'm sure everybody would cheer on the fucking beating he would get. It's outrageous, folks. Biden needs to be locked up in an insane asylum. Now get this. Domestically, folks, it's hit the fan. Democrats are promising resistance to mass deportations. What is that going to trigger? Resistance to Trump? The police? The military, maybe? Could this cause a Mad Max scenario to come to life? Maybe even a civil war? Well, here's a little sentence I'm borrowing from the Gateway Pundit. Want to give them credit. Governors and mayors from California, Colorado, Massachusetts, and Arizona have all signaled that they will be resisting Trump's mass deportation operation, with some of them openly declaring that they are willing to be jailed and mobilize citizens as an act of protest and resistance. Thank you, Gateway Pundit, for laying that out so concisely. What I say is bring it on, Democrats, governors, mayors, and idiot people. Bring it on. I want them to show up, and I want the feds to arrest them, charge them with federal obstruction of justice, and then go get the illegals and launch them over the wall with a catapult. Game time is now over. Time for bullshit, time for big talk is over in D.C. and over at the states. Bring it on. Bring it on. If the leftists, if these communist pieces of shit want to get violent and start shooting, I'll volunteer and assist with law enforcement to deal with the insurrectionists, because that's what they are. They're insurrectionist Democrat commies. That's what they are. Truly, that's what they are. It is unbelievable. You guys want to interfere in a federal law enforcement matter? Everything you do is aiding and abetting criminal elements within the country. That is a crime. Aiding and abetting and then interfering with official federal investigation and arrests, police action. What do you guys think? You know, I'm not a big government in your face all over the place, but according to this little thing right here called the U.S. Constitution, the federal government has jurisdiction over the borders and protecting us from an illegal invasion. That's their fucking job. Biden allowed the illegal invasion, and guess what? It could come out that Biden, Kamala Harris, Pelosi, Schumer kept the border open intentionally and are getting kickbacks from El Chapo, from the drug cartels of Mexico, because they have free reign to get that shit across the border, setting up their unlawful, criminal, drug dealing, human trafficking, prostitution, and murder for hire networks here in our country. And they want money for it. That's what is being alleged, that the big shots in charge of the Senate, Schumer, the House, Pelosi. Oh, she's in charge of the Democrat House, trust me. The White House, which is Kamala and Joe and everyone else who's on the take. Now, we talked about the Texas Army Ranger who was driving an Uber in his off hours, who was arrested and charged with murder for protecting himself from a BLM Antifa member sticking an AK-47 in his face. Well, today, and that guy, Mr. Perry, I believe, he was acquitted. No, he was pardoned. Today, Daniel Perry, the former Marine who helped protect women and civilians on a subway from a total scumbag, the defense has now rested its case. And it made a huge point about the victim here, the guy that died. If cops had gone there and caught him to arrest him alive, they would have seen this guy, Neely. They would have ran his info and saw a massive 42-count rap sheet and warrants out for his arrest, because he is a total fucking psycho who's supposed to be on medication, getting psychological help, doing things so he could stay out of jail. Instead, he shows up and starts threatening to kill everyone on the train, and Daniel Penny had to step in and protect people. Now, folks, the defense has rested their case. Now we wait, and now we see if there is any justice, any decency in Democrat cities. Not guilty should be the verdict. The people he protected said he did the right thing. He did not crush the guy's throat. He didn't kill him. The guy probably, like St. George Floyd, died of a fucking overdose. It's unbelievable. Yeah, he got held in a fucking chokehold until he quit resisting. But these fucking people, folks, unbelievable. I sure hope you've got your questions down below. I bet there's a lot of things you guys want to talk about. Oh, man, I tell you, there's so much going on. So much going on. I hope everyone has seen the fierce temptation that Elon Musk is battling, right? That's there's a meme of a man in a monk's robe praying, right? Praying. He doesn't nail the hot chick bent over waiting for him, right? His battle, Elon Musk, his inner desire to purchase MSNBC and exercise it from its wicked delusions and fake news reports and bullshit, and then bring in the people I mentioned earlier. That's a temptation, right? It's a temptation. I don't know if Musk is going to be able to resist. It would be a moneymaker. It'd be juicy. It would steal an established media outlet that could be exploited for positive, pro-America, America first, patriotic America, and what we want to hear in the news. Not a bunch of leftist dribble, not a bunch of government apologies and bullshit and lies, but rather having our country held up high. So that's what Elon Musk faces, folks. His temptation. And get this, Rachel Mad Cow Maddow has been melting down. She's already getting, I think, a pay cut. Why is she worth 20 million, 15 million, 10 million a year? Why? Why is she worth that much? Hell, like I said, I'll do it for 100,000 a month. I'll do an hour a day on that. Unfucking fathomably unbelievable. It truly is unbelievable. I wish I could give Musk a call and say, look, dude, you know what needs to be done. You know what needs to be done. Just do it. Do it. Right? I mean, General Michael Flynn, who was framed by the FBI, cornered by the FBI, threatened by the FBI, and tricked by the FBI into admitting guilt to something he didn't do. That General Flynn, former head of the DNI, Department of National Intelligence. He is still out there. He does not, as far as I know, have a position in the Trump administration. And I think he should have a serious position in the administration. He says, quote, the deep state cannot afford to allow President Trump to implement his plans to reform America. The deep state, folks, is going to be willing to do anything. I say for you and me, expect chaos, expect false flags, and even expect for there to be war on our soil. I think it's coming. I don't have any doubts at all. Any doubts. Any doubts. Do you? Do you have doubts? I'm telling you, it is freaking crazy out there. I guess before we flip over to you, we need Trump to get this done, folks. I guess we can't make the time go any faster. We can't. We need to have him in control. We need his appointments authorized, and people like Susan Collins, Rhino Rat. She needs to be primaried, and she will be primaried. I think her election is on next year. Next year. She's got a weird year. 2025 is when the election is for her. Oh, we can mobilize against that bitch. Murkowski, she's threatening to become a Democrat. Well, that's the way she fucking votes all the time, in my opinion. She votes more Democrat than a lot of Democrat senators, in my opinion. She is a pile of shit. And Mitch McConnell, he should be removed. He is completely mentally incompetent. He is unreliable. He is dangerous because he just freezes up. Whose policy is he enacting? Does he even know who he is? Does he know where he is? I think he's worse than Joe Biden. Joe may fall over, Joe may trip. Joe may stumble on his words, but Joe doesn't lock up. For a minute or 2 minutes, like he's having a fucking heart attack or a stroke. But Mitch McConnell does. He should be 25th Amendmented. I know that doesn't apply to him, but he should. But what did John Thune do? That's right. The leader, the majority leader in the Senate, who said he's going to make sure Trump gets all of his picks. Oh, yeah, it's all pro-Trump. Oh, you bet. He puts McConnell in charge of the most powerful committees in the Senate. Now, maybe that was the deal. That, well, he would give up the majority leadership role, but he needed to be appointed to some very powerful committees so he could further interfere with Trump. I think Mitch McConnell better be careful. He might slip on a banana peel, fall down some stairs. I bet they don't even let him near the fucking stairs. He's probably as bad or worse than Joe Biden. Just it's crazy, folks. It is absolutely crazy. Let's do this. Let's go to the inner circle. I want to hear what you guys have to say. And you guys have a lot to say. By the way, get your deportable coffee at cafefe.com. COF-FE-FE.com. Best coffee ever. They don't have any of that foo-foo shit. And occasionally I like some foo-foo shit, but they got real man's coffee, real patriotic coffee. And they are a bunch of strong patriots. Ooh, man, who do we want to do first? We've got Badass Diving Frog. He said, John, didn't I tell you that the nutcases with the signs, the end is near, were going to be right one day? According to idiots, we die in 29 thanks to Apophis. I believe Apophis is the giant asteroid. I think it's like 10 kilometers. And they've been threatening us with that, as long as I've been aware of it. I think Graham Hancock wrote a book on Mars. It had to do with the near-Earth asteroids. But yeah, the end is near. For who? Right? People might think I'm a conspiracy theorist. People might think I'm a radical. People may believe that I want and like all this shit. But the fact of the matter is I am an optimist. I just happen to see things through a very real lens. The end is near. A broken clock is right 2 times a day. That is far more than any of these people who keep saying, the end is near. We're going to die on December 12th. We're going to die in February. Wait. We're going to die in 2025 in June. Wait. In 2029. That's right. Mark my words. Mark your calendars. Every fucking time for the last, since I was alive and before, everyone wants to predict exactly when. I don't know when it's exactly going to happen. I do know. After the fact, I went, yep. They locked us down. I see shit. It's the fan right in our faces. I'm a realist. How do you deal with that? Well, you take prophylactic measures to ensure you and your family, your community, your state, etc. are safe. Getting prepared. Taking action. Becoming a political activist. The correct kind. Not going out on the street on a corner and shouting at people with a bullhorn and assaulting people with a bat and throwing shit at people's cars, harassing them on this. No. Harass the politicians in Washington, D.C. They're the ones that need to be harassed. They're the ones. The signs are around us everywhere. Look, yeah, signs are around us, right? We're all going to die eventually. We need to continue to tell the Senate, all the senators need to hear from us, and that they need to stand up for the Constitution. They need to stand up and make America, our own country, the primary beneficiary of all decisions. Not Israel, not China, not Ukraine, not England, America. And Canadistan, they need to be saved as well. But it has to be America first. It really does. Ooman says, I survived so many end times in my life. I got to get a new belt because I ran out of room to pull notches on this one. Right. Yeah. Tighten your belts. We're going to find out, folks. Look, it could happen. We could get nuked tonight because of Joe Biden, Europe, and Zelensky. It could happen. But I'm not going to worry about that. But I'm prepared for that. But I'm not going to worry about it. I've got gas masks, NBC. I've got some less than professional mop gear. I've got potassium iodide. I've got lots of ivermectin and horse paste. I'm about as ready as I've got lots of food, many jars of peanut butter, tuna fish, Spam. I got jar after jar of powdered vegetables. I've got bean sprout seeds. So I got salads for, I'm prepared. You guys have worked on it with me for years, how to get prepared. I got a plan. I got a self-defense plan. Got self-defense tools. I got the right clothing for Florida. I've got some new combat flip-flops. Right. But yeah, I'm not, we've all survived hundreds and hundreds of, we're all going to die. The world ends next week. Don't fall for it. But it could happen. Our country, I think, is the biggest threat. Our government. It's a bigger threat than Russia. I don't remember Russia ever fucking threatening to kill me and you. All I know is that Washington, D.C. is threatening Russia. They're threatening to give nuclear weapons to Ukraine. Put them in the hands of a miniature homosexual madman. How dumb is that? If you live in Washington, D.C., I recommend wearing really thick sunglasses just in case there's a bright flash in your future. If you live anywhere near there, because that's the one place that Russia would nuke, in my opinion. There's no reason to nuke New York or Charlotte or Kansas City. I mean, there's reasons, but not good ones, right? The problem is Washington, D.C. The problem is the Pentagon. The problem is the White House. It would be awful because they would end up killing, 2 or 3 good people who work there. But there's a lot of innocent people that would get smoked. I would not live anywhere near that fucking town. What a shithole. Absolute shithole of a place. It is Sodom and Gomorrah rolled up into one. Woo! I don't know if I'm clear about that. Anyways, Mr. Ooman, I know we got lots to talk about. Who's up, man? What do we got next? We got name redacted. And he says, now that big government has lost the duck blind of TV and the unholywood everyone better keep in mind that they will seize influencers through intimidation, blackmail, and bribery just the same. The game and plays have not changed, just the playing field. All right, let's go back to the beginning of that. That was interesting. I like that name redacted. The duck blind, right? TV, they can't hide behind TV announcers and TV shows, opinion shows like The View. It's a fucking quack hack job. MSNBC, CNBC, NBC, ABC, Fox. They're all bought and paid for. And they're losing their influence. When Hallmark Channel, when they're kicking your ass, I could beat the Hallmark Channel if fucking YouTube wasn't screwing me over and just trying to flatten our show, which they've done, right? We were growing so fucking fast back in, I think, 2018. It was incredible. They shut us down so hard. There's hundreds of people that just left and got smoked out. Anyways, we need to keep in mind that they will, that's the deep state, big government, deep state. The deep state will seize influencers through intimidation, blackmail, and bribery. Now, they've already tried bribery. Kamala Harris paid thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to influencers on the internet to try to ask them, to ask their followers to vote for Kamala. Now, here's the deal. Would anyone fucking listen to them if they didn't already? If I told you, you know what? I think I'm going to change my mind. You should go vote for Kamala for president. You know, I really think her cackle is just heartwarming. You would think I'd lost my fucking mind. You would think I lost my fucking mind. You would think I was joking. It was a parody. Now, what if they didn't just bribe me? What if they used blackmail? What are they going to blackmail me with? What the fuck are they going to blackmail me with? I haven't robbed any banks. I haven't killed any people that I know of. I don't run drugs. I don't run a prostitution ring. I don't commit crimes. I go to work and pay fucking taxes just like you guys. So they can't blackmail me. I guess they could make up information, right? John has done some bad stuff. We're making AI produce pictures of him as a pimp with a big purple velvet hat and a big fucking pink feather. And I got a fucking caddy with some spoke hubcaps and some curb feelers on it, some fuzzy dice, some, right? I mean, is that what they're going to do? They're going to fucking blackmail me? How about intimidation? What if they showed up? Hey, John, come out of your bunker. We got to talk to you about something. You either start telling the world what we want you to say, that Trump is bad, that Obama's good, that we need the Green New Deal to stay in place. We need you to love Europe, right? We need you to hate Russia, and right, or we're going to do what? What are you going to do to me? The best they could do is kill me. You're going to throw me in jail for what? You're going to frame me for something? Sure, they could do that. I just don't feel like being arrested anytime soon because I have committed no crimes. Nope. Now they could come after me, point guns at me, and make me a criminal because I will have to defend myself from people who are threatening to murder me. That would be fucking awful, wouldn't it? What are you going to do? Let someone... I mean, as soon as you lay down on the ground when they're pointing guns at you, they stick a fucking gun in your hand and shoot you in the back of the head. I pulled a gun. No. Not doing that. Right? It's crazy. So, but other influencers, yes. But, I mean, is anyone going to believe that Tucker Carlson all of a sudden loves Democrats? Is anyone going to believe Alex Jones loves Washington, D.C. and agrees with all the deep state policies? Is anyone going to believe, right, Megyn Kelly or Charlie Kirk or Joe Rogan if all of a sudden they're sucking up to the FBI? I mean, that we'll know that their mainstream media paid off, just like fucking Sean Hannity. The guy is super intelligent. He's a fucking sellout, in my opinion, because I've seen his face. I've seen who he sucks up to. He was asked, 9/11 came up, Building 7, and he just shit all the look on his face when he looked at those people trying to get his attention when he was broadcasting out in public. The look on his face was, fuck you people. I'm making a shit pile of money doing what I'm doing. Go away. That was it. That's what I saw on his face. So yeah, name redacted. I get it. They've been exposed, the left, the deep state. They're losers, and they need to find a way to get credibility back and get their opinion back out there where people give a shit. But they don't. They don't. People go to X, Twitter, for news. That's the number one source of news on the planet. And then there are people on YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, their own private platforms. People like me still that are managed to stay alive through all this, thanks to you guys and your direct guerrilla funding. It's you guys. It's your fault that I'm still right here in the bunker doing this show. We know who's speaking. You can tell when someone's speaking the truth and when someone is just pushing a fucking agenda for a paycheck. Crazy business. Name redacted. Great topic. Tell you what, if you hear me saying shit, I'll be wearing like a silk shirt. I'll have my gold grill in. I'll have some cool face tattoos and some face jewelry, a big diamond fucking earring, right? A real one, man, like a big 37 karat diamond earring. You guys will be like, I wonder if John is on the take. I wonder if he's sold out. That would be a good sign, especially the 37 karat diamond stud. That would do it. That would probably be I got to get me a big giant fucking moissanite clip-on man for my ear. And then I'll start saying some dumb shit like, man, that Obama, he sure helped this country. All right, who's next? Who's up next, man? We got Orlando, my friend, checking in. He says, John, people should take notice from Ukraine what to look forward to if we let any of this happen. Because 45, that's Trump. Because Trump won doesn't mean it can't still happen. It absolutely can if we're not careful. All of this stuff is possible, folks. All of this stuff is possible. That they could completely corrupt Washington to a point where it can't be stopped. And that's what we're up against. That's what we're going to find out starting January 20th. Does the president have authority? Yes or no? Or is it all the deep state bureaucracy? Can Trump, and he still has not named his FBI director. Am I correct, man? I still hear people calling for Kash Patel. And I know Mr. Rogers was on the top of the list, who's an anti-Trump or anti-America type guy. It was like, why the fuck would he pick him? So, Uman says this. We don't know. I don't think anyone's been named director or we'd be hearing about it one way or the other. It's still out there. The only thing I keep hearing is cash only. Anyways, I think you're right, Orlando. If Trump can't do it, if he can't name a new director, if he can't get his attorney general, Pam Bondi, in there, if he can't get RFK Jr. for Health and Human Services, really? They had a delusional, mentally derelict man who thought he was a woman, who was grossly and grotesquely overweight. And that's only comparing it to the health charts doctors want to see. It used to be called morbidly obese. Now we just say no fat shaming. When you say don't fat shame that person, what you're saying is they're a giant fat person who better go on a diet before they die of a heart attack. Anyways, Susan Collins is saying, we're not going to pass anybody until there is a full and thorough FBI background check. Well, you can do that in 5 seconds at a gun store. You get a background check. Right? We need to worry. They're trying to say that Tulsi Gabbard is a Russian asset. Trump advisors say Mike Rogers to replace Wray is not happening, says faux Fox News. Good. Because I don't like Mike Rogers, Mr. Rogers. I don't like that guy. Fuck him. And if he had won the election that was stolen from him, I think was it Minnesota or Michigan or Wisconsin? I can't remember which. Anyways, he's a fucking rhino. Good. I'm glad he's not going to be allowed in. So, where was I at? Who was I making fun of? Right. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Yeah. If Trump can't get his people in charge of the bureaucracy, if he can't fire them, if Susan Collins and other rhino pieces of shit do everything they can to obstruct and interfere with posts being filled. Remember that stupid see you next Tuesday. Guess what she did? She voted for Merrick Garland, whose son runs a child pornographic cartoon book propaganda to send into schools. That guy Really? He's fine. He's told Congress, I don't have to show you shit. I don't have to come in. I don't have to testify. I don't have to bring papers. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. You can't make me. He needs to be fucking arrested right now. His ass is gone. Pam Bondi gets in office as the Attorney General. In that office, she needs to go arrest his ass, put him in an orange fucking jumpsuit, and go try him. Oh, by the way, speaking of trying to arrest people, charge them, and convict them, Jack Smith, piece of shit special counsel, has dropped all 4 of his cases against Trump today. Just signed off. Done, 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 done. No, 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 and no. He's done. Jack Smith, fuck you. You tried ruining that man's life. You interfered with our election, the United States of America. You get to go to jail, fuckhead. No mercy, folks. Zero fucking mercy. If Trump starts being merciful, I'm going to lose my shit. I'll be writing the fucking White House. Don't let these people off. Don't let them go. Same with Pam Bondi. Don't let them go. The only way they're going to fucking learn, folks, is if they get not a hand slap, if they get some fucking prison time. It's just like dealing with terrorists, telling them no and giving them another chance. They don't change their minds. They're fucking terrorists. The only way to deal with a terrorist is to kill them. The only way to deal with a communist is to kill them. Otherwise, they're like cancer. They will spread, they will cause trouble, and they will kill you if they get a chance. Understand that. I'm not recommending anyone do anything violent. I certainly don't want to glamorize it. But the only good communist is a dead one. The only good enemy of America is a dead one. The only good terrorist is a dead one. I think I'm making myself clear. Mr. Uman, who do we want to run up there next? Who's up? Uppity, uppity, up. Uman says, any further word on old Yellen resigning suddenly? Yeah, she resigned. That's right, Janet Yellen, who said we would never have a recession again in her lifetime. She's not dead. I think she was right. We haven't had a recession yet. They've managed to keep the plates spinning, keep those plates spinning, keep everything going. Lie, 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 lie about inflation and unemployment. Fuck the world and fuck America. Old Yellen, old Yeller. Well, she resigned suddenly. She didn't wait for January 20th. What, did she catch a plane with Tom Hanks and Ellen DeGenerate? I like calling her that, Ellen DeGenerate. Unbelievable. No word that I know of, man. I'd like to know. I'd like to know what prompted it. Bitcoin down almost $5,000 a Bitcoin since its all-time high a few days ago. Thersday or Friday hit its all-time high. Since then, it's down to 95,000. So almost 5,000. There's some interesting things going on out there, folks, in the world of finance, monetary policy, investment world. Gold and silver got 3%. Both of them knocked down 3% today. Bam. 3%. Huge. Just in time for the end of the trading session, before all of their options expired, before all of their shorts. Yeah. The banks are in trouble, folks. Big trouble. The federal government is in big trouble. No one's buying their worthless fucking bonds. They're trying to short the metals. They're trying to short everything they can to try and keep. See, when gold goes up, that means the dollar's purchasing power goes down. It looks really bad. So they short gold, naked shorts. Same with silver. And where's the Securities and Exchange Commission? Where's Mr. Gensler? Nowhere to be seen. By the way, that's ouch, a boo-boo there. Yeah, nowhere to be seen. No Gensler anywhere. Why isn't he doing his fucking job? He hasn't done it since he got appointed. In fact, nobody in the SEC has done shit for the last 8 to 12 years about all of the naked shorting to control the price of commodities, which just fucks investors up. Why would you want to put money in things that matter, like, metals, foods, right? If they're just going to short the shit out of it and steal our money, the banks. It's crazy as they do all of that. They short the shit out of everything and make money off of that, keep all the prices down and fuck us out of our wealth. And they're still going broke. The banks are still going broke. They are in big trouble. I think Janet Yellen, if I'm going to take a wild fucking poke at this man, so hold on to that thought. I think she knows some bad shit is about to come down in the world of the monetary government and securities, finance. It's big trouble. Mikey G said, worms and buzzards have to eat. That's from the outlaw Josie Wales. Yep. Worms and buzzards, they need some Democrat carcasses to feed on. We'll find out. We're going to have to wait and see. My recommendation is keep writing, calling, texting, whatever you got to do to your senators and your congressmen. Hell, contact congressmen from other states, other districts, and give them a fucking earful. Right? I almost said something I shouldn't. They all need to hear it from us. They don't need to hear threats. They need to be told to follow their oaths, obey the Constitution, do what is right for America first. Thank you, Mr. Uban, for putting that up there. It's crazy, folks. It's crazy. We could end up having the same thing again that we had in 2020. The same thing that's happening in Montreal right now. Canadistan, out of control, right? While Trudeau was dancing at a Taylor Swift concert, they were burning, looting, and murdering. Pro-Hamas thugs rioting and ransacking Montreal. I guess we had the summer of love in 2020. We're not going to have the winter of love here in 2024, 25. I'll tell you what, and the Democrats would love it. They would benefit from it because you know what they'll do? That's Trump's fault. Because Trump was elected by all of you, whoever. It's funny watching the liberals blame everyone but themselves for their fucking loss. It's incredible that they'll blame Trump and then they'll hand it to him and go, there you go. Well, I don't think Trump should ask mayors and governors if they would like some help. I think Trump should just send in his people and make the problems go away. Just go away. Get a hold of your senators, get a hold of your congresspeople, and rhinowatchco.com for watching the rhinos, the rats, the Republicans against Trump. They're fucking rats. But contact your congressman, contact your senator, and let them know. You got two senators. Every state has two senators, and they're supposed to represent, both of them represents you or me or whatever. Let them fucking have it. Don't let them off the hook. Ooh, man, we're right there on the edge. Right there. We're almost at the 1 hour mark. Let's take a quick peek and see if anything is blown up since we started the show. Wouldn't surprise me a bit if something did. Ukraine fires more U.S.-made missiles at cluster munitions. Well, wow. The executive board of the National Immigrations and Custom Enforcement Officers Association is praising Team Trump. They are, quote, fired up. There you go. In the Southern District of New York, this is the district that has tried fucking Trump over and over and over under Letitia James or whoever else, right? The SDNY. That prosecutor, his name is Damian Williams. He has announced he's going to resign as U.S. attorney next month after Trump nominates his replacement. That motherfucker should run. They should run. The Southern District of New York is responsible for helping police New York City. Crazy. Now, A senior NATO official says to prepare for, quote, wartime scenarios. And Britain and France are considering putting their troops inside of Ukraine. That's going to fucking end well. What they're hoping to do is put their troops in harm's way. Russia bombs them, and then England and France go, oh my God, you killed our troops. How dare you? We're declaring war. And NATO, since we were attacked, well, then NATO is all in against you. Look, you put your fucking troops into a special military operation war zone, they're going to get fucking killed. And I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't put their own troops there and kill them on purpose and then blame Russia so they get their fucking war. Buckle up. It's going to be a rough ride, folks, and chance favors the prepared mind. I will see you 0 dark 30.